Welcome everybody to the Super Idiot Cup final. Welcome to the Super Idiot final. We will have an insane set in front of us. And not only an insane set, we also have a great co-caster today. It is streaming in the ears and I will join the voice channel now. And yeah, then I will introduce him to you. So, hello. Dan, you're live for now. Can you hear me, Dan?
I can hear you loud
Great.
and clear.
Because there was no green circle around my voice, and I was like, "Oh, is it working?" But everything seemed to be fine. So, if you don't know, streaming in the years, he is one of the best, if not the best, AoE2 caster for now, in the moment, and
For now.
maybe it will change one day.
Hey, it has to change. It's inevitable, man. It's inevitable it changes.
Also with great series, really appreciate the idea of Lads on the Ladder and for sure the Streamers Cup. Pretty cool stuff going on there. So if you not know Streaming in the Years for some reason, join his channel and also leave a follow so you can catch the next stream of him. And for now we will go through the 5 matches, if there will be 5, that we might have today. And the first one will be a random map game, casual, straight, but it's on the map Mother Nature. And I created that map, and we will talk about it later when we are seeing the map. Then in match 2, it will be again a random map mode, but unit cheat codes are allowed. Dan, do you know any unit cheat codes in Age of Empires?
Are we talking about like Cobra cars? How do you turn this on? Is that
Yes,
allowed?
yeah, it's exactly that.
Have you seen these games before? Like have you before this cup, or are these all brand new formats?
It's really a brand new format, I would say, that I created there, and yeah, I'm really a
Really
little
cool.
bit proud of it because it mixes up things. You know, we had Micromania as a match in the tournament semi-final,
Yeah.
and it's like a mini game, and yeah, it's just there to train your micro, but in this tournament it was as a match, so
I
that's
cannot wait to see that game. To see match 2.
yeah. I'm also looking forward to the cheat code because I also want to see a lot of cheat codes, but I think they might only use Cobra Car because it's the strongest, but we will find out. I also added the list of unit cheat codes that are allowed in the script, so that we all
Okay,
know
cool.
what they're talking about. Then match 3, it will be a King of the Hill. I'm a little worried that this match can go very long because the timer is like up to 550 years, and I think that's like half an hour or something. But it is with turbo mode, and it was with game speed set to fast on the map Golden Swamp, one of my favorite maps. So I think it will be pretty quick what the gameplay will be like. People will get
Yeah.
housed and stuff.
Golden Swamp is an excellent game, or an excellent map. I've seen some cracking matches on Golden Swamp, so I can't wait for that.
Cool. And then match 4, it is called fucking Boomer. That's the game mod. It's not working actually, but the first player that reaches 300 pop wins. Fighting is allowed. And I'm not sure if this will be a fighting game or just a booming up game, but I'm curious about the strategies and about the civ picks from the players because maybe Ethiopians will be pretty strong for them because Shoto warriors are created like instantly in the late game, or Malians with their unique unit. So yeah, looking forward to what is the plan to reach 300 pop pretty soon. And if there will be a game 5, then we have a deathmatch on Arena, what is also a little bit special because deathmatch is known to be aggressive right from the start and yeah, just try to punish your opponent for little mistakes you do in the start of the game. But
It's always interesting when deathmatch on Arena is the most normal out of the 5 games.
true, yeah, it's just like one line, and the others are like a 2 or 3. Yeah, and yeah, action will be casted by Streaming in the Years, Dan, and by myself. Actually, it could be a funny thing when we go with Dan and Dan, because my name is Daniel and you're, no, Dan.
Daniel. My
Y-
full name is Daniel.
My
We
full
combine
name
them
is
together.
Daniel. Yeah.
No, but if we combine them together, it's Deniel. Daniel. That's what they'll call us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Daniel. But
All right.
so let's. Do you have the games, right?
Yeah, got the games lined up.
Do you have any questions before we start with match 1, random map on the scenario Mother Nature?
So just for the two guys at the moment, because I actually have this up here. So there is I just wanted to discuss their elo at the moment.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
and you can correct me on the pronunciations of these players as well. Carmillum, I think there's a Carmillum.
Yeah, I'm going with Carmelum as well. Carmelum.
All right, we'll go with Carmillum until we're told otherwise. So 1237 and 73 games played. So not a huge amount of games played 1v1. But he's going up against Captain Thomas, who's 1491 and 728 games played.
Yeah, we have a little David against Goliath battle here.
Yeah, well, we've seen him, if you don't mind me talking about the tournament that you've been casting yourself with City All-Stars. We have seen some big underdog wins. So I assume since these two guys are in the final, they're deservedly there. So we should get a really good matchup.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that we see all 5 matches, because I would love to see a deathmatch on Arena, to be honest. And also the game on Mountain Range could be pretty cool. So I hope it's not a 3-0. So Carmelum maybe even gets the win. Who will be the first player that wins a Super Idiot Cup in AoE2? Or in Super Idiot Cup in general, I would say. So I will hop in the first game right now, but instantly pause it to talk about the map.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right, bring me through this when you're in.
Yeah, things loading up. Thanks for the follow, Aurelius. And instantly should be paused. Great. Okay, so do you have the map?
I have the map.
Okay, perfect. So I went to Norway this year. I want to go on a tournament in Norway, and that's a little bit of background of the map. It should a little bit look like Norway. Sorry for all the Norwegian people if there are some. And that's because there are a lot of cliffs and, you know, there's a little lake and also a little, what's it called in English? You know, when there's ice that runs down the mountain or something.
Like a glacier or something?
A glacier, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And yeah, so the map a little bit is inspired by Norway, and there's also a little river with fish in it. And the special thing about this map is not only that the gold is only in one spot, right? In the corner is the gold, in top right, or the top corner in the left corner is gold. The only positions where you can find the gold. It's a nomad start, more or less, but you have also a little army, and you have more villages than usual. And now the craziest thing about it, you can't see it when you click the bursts. Oh, you can actually see it. They are stronger than usually.
Okay.
So these wolves and these bears are pretty sick. I think a bear is like 3 men-at-arms. I'm not sure about it, but something like this.
Okay, so the wolves have 10 attack, from what I can see.
Then it's shown in you are in Age of Empires then?
Yeah.
Okay, because in Capture it sadly only shows the +3. But if it's shown in Age of
So this actually comes through Capture Age. This is 3+7 that I'm getting on the wolves.
Okay, so then we can. And do you also have an HP there?
Yeah, 50 out of 50 on Capture Age.
Yeah, and okay, that's in Capture Age is 25 out of 25. So the wolves are stronger, and the bears are even more stronger, I guess. What are the bears? Do you find one? There are 3 bears. One is at the sea.
Okay, bears 100 out of 100 and 3+12.
Yeah, I think it's a knight or something. So
You don't want to meet a bear.
yeah, and I hope they don't put the difficulty to extreme, because then this wolves would have an extreme aggression radius. So I hope this just put the standard. It would be horrible enough. So I'm at 0.00 seconds, and we'll just make a countdown and then click play.
Okay.
So, oh wait, we have Captain Thomas playing in blue here, and he picked the Byzantines. Pretty defensive. I don't know if the players were prepared for the map. I think Carmlin was, because he is prepared all the time, but also Captain Thomas had a lot of strategies up in the tournament. And Carmen is playing as the Hans here, so he won't get housed. I like this bonus a lot. But yeah, now we go. 3, 2, 1, and play it. Super Idiot Cup final. Game 1 started instant TC by Carmelum here. Captain Thomas is looking for some nicer spot, I would say. Building houses. And yeah, let's see. Maybe the first wolf will come into action.
Oh, we're all... So, in this game, right, the meta that you've made, or that you would see it, is it... where is the best placement for a town center on this map? Like, what point in the game are players meant to go towards the goal?
I think it's good when you go up to the goal because there are only 2 areas. So maybe near where the deer is, a little bit more going to the northern side.
Okay.
Okay, so no wolf aggression now, and there's also TC right next to the wolf, so Captain Thomas should be fine. And he's shooting the wolves. He needs two valets from the TC to kill a wolf. So maybe he knows that the wolves are pretty strong now. Carmen was saying in chat, I tried this map with Magyars, even a Magyar will can't one-shot the wolves. Oh, that would be a strong bonus if it would be possible, but it isn't.
That is the only time that bonus has come into play in like the last 10 years, and it's come into play. Well, so how many man-at-arms is each team starting off with? Is it 6?
6, yeah. I think it's 6 man-at-arms.
6 militia, sorry.
8, yeah, 6 militias. 4 archers and maybe one scout.
Could you give me a time there, just so we're synced up?
250, 251, 252, 253.
Perfect. Alright, and can you go down and dock down at the sea?
A dock? Yeah, you can dock that. You can dock there.
Okay. So some going down to mill the berries. There's a ton going on. So I guess at some point they are going to have to move towards the gold in either corner if they're going to want to get up to Castle Age. But maybe they want to take this fight in feudal since they started off with so many in Dark Age.
Yeah, I made the army that the villagers not get killed by wolves and bears completely in the early game. But I think there was no wolf and no bear action for now. So I hope we can see something later. But maybe that little bear on the mill down to the seaside would attack the villagers. And yeah, let's look at the will count. Carmelum hit a TC up earlier, and that's why he have way more villagers. 3 more villagers already. And he's a lower seeded player, so that's a good start for him, I would say.
Yeah, he's got a good strat as well. He's definitely...
here we have the first wolf, but he killed it with archers. Without getting hit, so archers seem pretty strong here. First hit, and yeah. Doesn't matter that much, okay. Archers are good against wolves here.
Yeah, it's still though taking like nearly 3 hits to take down a wolf. So you don't want to be bringing your villagers over there without army.
They also have increased game speed, but that's something you can't look up for now, and in Capture it just shows us the normal game... not game speed, what I want to say is movement speed. Of
course, the captain needs to just watch his mill and berries here in case these villagers go for a walk, because there's a very angry bear.
Yeah, standing right next to 2 boats. So, maybe he wanted to sail one day, but he couldn't make it because the boats were destroyed. Damn, Thomas had sheeps, I had nothing on my sides, Carmen mentioning. Yeah, that's actually true. I not created this map to be sync. So it's not like the right side is exactly like the left side. It is a little bit different, that's true. That's also something I was worrying about, if the starting positions maybe matter, but I think it's okay-ish. So the army are just scouting, they're not doing that much. Maybe I think they will keep the man-at-arms alive, the militia alive, that they will become man-at-arms for later, and then do some damage.
So why do you think these guys went with these civs on this map? If actually a question, let's say you do start as a civilization that has, let's say, +1 pierce attack or something for your army. Do the units get that, or is it only ones that you create?
I don't check that, to be honest, but okay. I can imagine that the Burmese get the +1 pierce armor, but for example, Magias won't get it because it's not. So the Magia bonus is just starting in Feudal Age with the cavalry.
Yeah, I just meant in general if you did start
Yeah.
off. Just wondering if these if the troops that you have in the scenario would start off with the bonus if they had them.
Yeah, but talking about why they picked that civs, maybe the hunts for sure for the houses. You don't need to build houses. You don't know the map, so I think it's good when you have one thing less to control, to need to have an eye on. And why hunts as well is maybe what I want to say.
I think
There was one more bonus I had with hunts. Just forgot about it.
I mean they're gonna be able to build scouts a little bit faster, but considering they've already got these units out there, you'd be probably trying to take advantage of that with your civ. But so it'll be interesting to see what he does. Obviously, if you have houses as well on this map, though, it is kind of quite useful, especially as the Byzantines with their stronger buildings, because they can just plonk down a house and take the choke point.
Yeah, it's a pretty closed map, I would say. Depending on where you build up the TCs, because of all the walls and cliffs and little forests.
Okay.
It's maybe also easy to not see a hole if you want to wall up. So yeah, let's just wait for Feudal Age, and I think then the aggression will get a little bit more. We have a little fight on the mill here, but no will kills yet. And the burr is still standing there, and the berries are gone. Oh, but there's a will kill actually. The boar have killed the will.
So we have red moving up to gold. I think he's been up there a while too, just going into Feudal Age.
Yeah, Captain Thomas just now found some gold, so with the scout, just checked it. And maybe he will go up to gold soon as well. And Communium going up with 28 pop. So maybe we can see fast castle age or something. You have how many on food? 13. Yeah, it won't be in straight fast castle, but both players will be.
Oh my god, the speed of that wolf!
Where is it? Oh yeah, there.
Blue is getting attacked down by the town center. That thing went after that villager.
I mean, it's more realistic,
might
right?
Again here. Yeah, I mean that was terrifying. It might happen again, actually, on the left of that lumber camp if those villagers venture
maybe.
out too
Let's
far.
see.
There was no way that villager was surviving. That's actually kind of a good improvement.
Yeah, because wolves doesn't really matter in this game, as soon as Loom is in. So I just want to create a nature danger.
I actually like that. That was I'm not just playing that up. That was a bit terrifying. Those villagers had to really run.
Well, the comment was mentioning and said those wolves were a nightmare.
He's got a couple of more to deal with now. Blue is heading down into a little wolf trap.
Oh yeah, well let's check this. And then we can check what Captain Thomas is writing about Byzantine's pick in chat. Let's see. This army might be deleted completely if he's not taking care. Oh boy. He's losing all his army, but they're just standing there.
Wonder what happened there. He didn't patrol it in, but I guess that must just be the way the units are reacting.
Yeah, maybe two wolves.
God, complete wipe by 2 wolves.
They're still alive. So, I picked Hunts because I felt the map is so tiny and building houses was like losing a lot of farming space. Oh, that's actually a good point. And Captain Thomas, because of discount on trash unit. Gold very difficult to protect and reach here. So that's good preparation, and I think gold is very hard to protect. To be honest, I didn't even check if you can build on the stony terrain around the gold, but I think so. Right, the mining camp should be there. And
the mining camp is down for red, alright, but
yeah,
I'm not
because
sure
there are 2 different types of this terrain, which you can pick in a scenario editor. And one is like you can't build things on it, and the other one is like you can. I was wondering for so long where it was gone. I think he means his army. So, but the players are friendly to each other. Now we have the first scout killing a will, maybe. It looks like it. It's a feudal scout, so he can take out a villager. Yeah. So, first will kill.
Blue has got a big problem though, because red is over on the side and he is already starting to stalk the gold. And blue hasn't made his way over there yet, so...
Does he know about... Yeah, he knows about the gold now. And we have Castle Age in for both players soon, but Carmen was also the first in Castle Age, and he might go for Expos with Hans. Interesting.
You can forget what I said because I forgot that there's ravenous wolves on this map, so the archers are all dead.
There are a lot of wolves on this map.
I think red might have even been trying to lead those wolves to blue, but they were
They're too fast, that's sad. That sadly don't work because the wolves are so fast. Maybe it works with scouts. And the bear on the seaside still protecting his shorefish there. And another wolf attack! Another wolf attack!
Trying to deny a town center.
Okay, he's only one villager down. Close to 2. So let's check the will count again. We have 30 against 32, so players are pretty close to each other. But Captain Thomas already have lost 3 villagers, and I think it was none to Carmelum. I think he lost all to the nature.
Yeah, Captain getting his eco upgrades here as well, so...
But Carmelum now in with archers, with X-bows, and they're just skirmishes. But elite upgrade is coming in. I like that Captain Thomas is not taking a fight, and he's waiting for elite upgrade. And we don't have Saracen archers like in the semi-finals. It was also funny to watch, to see Saracen archers deleting TCs and all the buildings. Because of their sick upgrade.
You nearly need them on this map. It's going to be very hard for these crossbows to push, especially with the Byzantine trash behind. But I can see a mangonel coming out now to help them. Going to be able to pressure that TC actually.
So maybe Carmen is not going for knights or something with Hans, but for Cav archers later. I don't think that he can stick with archers with Hans. Wouldn't be the best
he's not
option.
going to get arbalesters.
Yeah. And also defense siege workshop now for Captain Thomas. Oh yeah, I need to change it to best of 5 later, after this game. The players are still quite friendly to each other, just some siege going forward, but the army numbers increasing, 15 to 17 for now. We have some wolf action, but I don't know where. Oh, there, a spearman. Spearman against 2 wolves. The spearman will die.
Oh my god.
But also
so
1 wolf.
Blue is desperately trying to open up the gold on his left-hand side because he can't do it with the wolves. But he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. He has to come out and snipe this mangonel, but all that red has to do is snipe 1 mangonel, and then it's going to be really, really hard for blue to start getting more gold.
So now mangonel's out. He's sniping the mangonel. Still have his mangonel up.
Nice shot.
And not getting the scorpion for now, but maybe getting a nice shot on the crossbows. Yeah, here we go. That's a bad choke point for this crossbows. They want to move away from there. And yeah, good micro here.
He needs to keep this mango alive.
He did repair it. A good job there. And also have skirmishes in the TC, or underneath it now. And Captain Thomas not producing military for now, only villages. And Karno not producing villages, but 1 archer and 1 mangonel. And Captain Thomas finally made it and had a spearman out to the gold, so maybe he can build his mining camp up. Yeah, but there's still the wolf, and now he's attacking another villager. Oh no, it's 2 villagers down.
No! Okay, well at least they're not chasing the other villagers, so there's 2 more wolves over here as well.
Yeah, those 2 villagers was like left behind in like some action movies or something. And just
they did what they needed to do.
Correct, to save the artist. So We also have the Scorpion there, but sad the bird doesn't attack the Scorpion. Would be funny as well. So Scorpion just try to destroy the mills, so people still don't like mills.
No, people really hate mills.
Yeah. They learned it in All-Star Streamer Cup and now they do it here as well. Okay, Mangonel's getting rid of this Scorpion for now. But another good Mangonel on the hill, on the cliffs, and there are skirmishers down there. If they are not paying attention, they will have stones on their head. But they are leaving.
Oh, nice. And a big elevation bonus there as well. Might have to do a bit of deleting Mango shooting uphill. Oh, skirms!
Skirms are gone for now.
If you get a chance after this little fight, just if you can change to the Fog of War of the Wolves, their line of sight is crazy.
If I can somehow, yeah, I can do it. Okay.
Oh, trading mangoes.
Yes. Was it an elite then, or what's they on? Oh, they were on the same ground. I think they were on the same ground. So how can I switch to Gaia line of sight in Cat Treasure 0?
So if you click on a wolf and click tab, it should do it for you.
Yeah, I think I have done it. Oh, but now it's the whole Gaia thing, right? And I'm missing just a fight. I'm just missing one fight there in the middle. Skirmish against archers. And another villager down to this wolf. This wolf killed like 3 units. At least.
Red did quite well there, just keeping the hill while blue
okay, now I
just
have the line of sight of the wolf. Okay, cool. I don't know if the line of sight is equal with the attack range. Not the, you know, the...
Yeah, it must not be, because they'd be attacking guys in the town center at this stage.
That would be horrible. So
Captain
this
Thomas
map on
is selling all
extreme,
his wood.
this map on extreme would be close to unplayable, at least in the early game.
I really like it though. I really like that dynamic of the wolves just being like a serious enemy that you have to actually watch out for.
Oh, thanks.
Red getting double bit axe in now.
And a good mango
goes for
shot.
big shots.
Good mango shot, but the mango's down. I also hear scouts or something. A bird! The bird's making kills! The bird on the middle. 2 villages down. 3, maybe. Yep, 3 villages down. So finally. And there's another bird down there. That was just the first. The villagers do one bad step. They might be attacked again. Another wolf action in the north. Militia against wolves. And the militia is winning for now.
So over on the left hand side next to the range for blue, villager just killed a wolf. I just checked that wolf before it died and it had 7 kills to its name.
Oh boy. I think that all was blue. Or blue wills or blue military. Died to
I
the
think it was a mix.
58 to 52 villagers. Carminum is leading there big time, but score lead is for Captain Thomas and also military lead a little bit. Carminum now attacking into knights. Only have the first defense upgrade on it. I think wolf attack should go down in Castle Age. Yo just mentioning it. I am not the best map scripter, so I don't know how to change the attack in different ages of an animal.
A huge win for blue over on the left, just driving blue off the gold with 2 crossbows. They'll go down, but that's a massive amount of idle time again for a guy who's struggling to get gold out.
Yeah, 54 gold for nothing on it. Second TC going up there. No players on stone. Stone is even more in the north, or in the top, in the hills, I would say, in the mountains. And Mangonel for free here. And he's in with knights underneath the TC, so maybe this will be the crucial moment of the game for Carminum and for Captain Thomas. And maybe Carminum is taking the first upset victory here.
He should be okay. The knights don't have +2 armor at the moment, but if he can do some picks...
And also the TCF Botkin on it, so should be good. Rams? I don't see rams, I only hear them. Oh, there, on the house. Okay. The Rams going forward for the Han player now. Still doing great damage with the Knights. Only pikemen in for Captain Thomas, but now all the Knights are gone.
And Knight's going up to do big damage again on blue on the gold on the left.
Common was doing a great job of taking blue off from gold, I have to say. And he also walled in his gold. That's something Captain Thomas... Maybe he can't do it because of the terrain. Or he just not have done it in his game. For now.
I think Red just had excellent decisions at the start in terms of walling. He knew exactly what he was meant to do.
We have 1 to 15 will kills. For blue. And now, yeah, Captain Thomas is trying to kill the Rams with villagers and a spearman, but there are also knights behind it. So, won't work that well. And good pressure.
Decisions by Red here.
Bad decision.
Just bringing out counters to just make life really difficult for blue no matter what he wants to do.
Yeah, he just throw in some knights there, it's pretty good. And still Captain Thomas is struggling with the gold. He only have wood for now, so he not really can create something. And his first TC might go down.
Up the north now.
Maybe for castle drop or a new TC maybe as well. Does he have a market? He have a market.
Oh, he has been at the market a good bit. I mean, right now it's looking incredibly grim for blue. Oh, Red actually just going back into that TC. He might lose a couple of crossbows.
You know, 3 crossbows down there.
Blue with 25 idle villagers as well, so...
Captain Thomas close to 20 wills behind now. Again a knight in the gold. And no defense here. More knights coming over, and there will be a bunch of dead villagers now. Let's see, I think 3 of something will go down. Good job by Carmenum here, constantly doing pressure to Captain Thomas, not giving him a chance to relax or create an army or something. Or be on gold.
At any point.
What Captain Thomas could do if he knows about it, let's go to his point of view. Yeah, he knows about the gold in the northern side, in the top corner. And Carmenum isn't there, so maybe he can head over there. To this gold. Now he's sending again villagers forward to get its tower up, but yeah, knights are paying attention.
Yeah, I think even with the tower up...
yeah, the tower against knights isn't the best option, and... Captain Thomas is also busy in his base, not losing his TC. There are rams going forward. He have a lot of idle villagers now, 12, 13. Idle eco 2 hours and 40 minutes for Captain Thomas for now.
He's done a good job of hiding those stone vills.
Yeah, so he can get some stone, but I don't know if it's not on TC or maybe for castle. And then a castle on the gold will make it safe a little while.
Yeah, I think he's going for a castle. Probably would have spent it on his TC at this stage, but I'd say he wants to try and secure his gold. But
meanwhile, 2 mangonels will go down, 2 knights again. Again 2 knights in the eco. These knights don't have +2. But the first TC will fall now, I guess. Coming just throwing some knights there. He could save them. Okay, he's saving them now. They're walking away.
So Red's on his way to Imperial Age now as well.
Big lead now. Big lead. Not in score. Score's only 300 and I don't really know why. Maybe the KD is okay-ish? No. It's also better for Red. Scouting? Is it scouting? No. So, can't explain the score here. I mean, it's higher for red, and that's how it should be, but I thought it would be even more higher. Military number is 11 to 9. But those are only skirmishers, and we have knights on the field. Are there any wolves left? Can we see some more wolf action?
Yeah, 2 wolves protecting blue's gold, or protecting their gold.
And
yeah,
2 more on the wood
tower
lines.
up to help with the knights, but not going to do much to them.
But he still don't have enough stone for castle. He's selling food and selling his stone. Oh, this is his way to get gold now, or what?
It must be, yeah, must be. I think once you know, you never want to call a game too early, but I think once the Imperial Age notification comes up, I can see blue giving this potentially, but we'll see. It's just going to be very, very difficult for him to get up to Imperial Age.
Yeah, if not this will do, then maybe a castle sooner or later by red in the face. But red isn't on stone yet.
Oh no, up on the left, we've got a bear attack. Top left.
It killed all the stone villagers. Oh no. Where this bear came from, actually. I'm not sure if I placed a second bear over in the mountains. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. In all the corners. Okay.
Well, blue has got his gold operating now at this stage.
Yeah, and the tower killed the bear, so these villagers are protected for now. And another 2 wolves underneath the TC of blue. They're camping till the villagers go out again.
Blue has got a beautiful eco down by the water though, with all his mills.
Oh, another wolf attack. We'll check on the water soon. Okay, only 1 will go down. Yeah, that's a lot of farms. He's with 36 on farms, so someone was still in the game. I mean, he's 30 wheels behind now. That's big. Red's still not on stone. He's going for a siege ram. So you want to ram anything down. But blue now have pikemen, so maybe we also need a tech switch or a strategy switch for red again.
Yeah, the Byzantine trash might help them out a little bit, which he's already investing into.
Yeah, Byzantines might be one of the best sieves for this situation when you don't have gold in such a long time. Yo-Yo Dude is calling Chi in chat. It's over. I think the wolf got more killed than red did. That might be true.
Now
But look at the army numbers. It's 26, okay, against 24. And we have crossbows against pikes.
Streaming. I mean, red is going into light cav at the moment, but
yeah,
I don't
streaming
think.
In. He needs to combine his light cav and his crossbows, and then he should be fine. And now he's losing 4 light cavs to pikes there. Oh, the pikes are just going for the archers. That's not good. Pikemen just. The pikemen are going for the ram. Okay, that was a big throw there from blue, and I think now it should be over. 6 to 29 military, 65 to 100 vills. I think we will see the GG here in the next 5 minutes.
Light cav raiding the beautiful eco. They haven't found it yet, but they'll find it soon. Actually, a villager might lead them to it, and I think they will.
And there's a hole. Okay, now they're in. And yeah, it is over, I would say. Good first game.
There's a bear rebellion happening up north. Crossbows under attack.
Oh yeah, here we go. Another bird. That's the bird, the sea. It was catching some salmon in there. If there's salmon in there. I think it's shorefish. Okay. And again, some pikemen. Blue is hanging on it. Captain Thomas really wants to win this, but I think there's no way back.
I think if you're game 1 in a final as well, it's, you know, not a bad idea to play on a little bit.
Here it is. The Che Carmelum is going with the first victory. And I have to change this to best of 5 now. Okay, that's easy. And also
Really excellent game though. Like I really, really enjoyed this map. I wasn't sure how it was going to play out, but you know, it's pretty easy to see. Gotta control the gold. Red denied that. Blue had a hard time with the wolves, and I really liked the dynamic of the wolves just causing so many problems. As we saw, one of the wolves, he got 7 kills. I'm clicking on another wolf, and he's got 5 kills,
that's
and
great.
this wolf has got 3 kills. So between them, they've got 15 kills against against Blue, which you know took out his army at the start, and then started working on the villagers. So
Yeah,
that was really good.
I have to say, I think I paid attention to the wolf placement, but we saw way more kills by wolves on the left side, on the blue side, than on the right. So
Yeah.
maybe Red have done a great job with killing wolves with the crossbows, or there just were less wolves. I don't know
Well,
exactly.
we definitely saw some experience of him maybe playing this map because he came out at the start and he had an escort with his villagers at all times, and we saw him killing those 2 wolves at the start.
Yeah,
So
he mentioned it in chat. I lost only 1 wolf to the wolves, so Carmen will do a good job here. No, I cleaned my area out. Okay, yep. I placed the wolves same, and he just cleaned everything. So, really trained the map a little bit, and it came into action big time. So, next game would be, or it will be, random map with unit cheat codes allowed on Socotra with a 5-min treaty, because we want to see some action. But what we also want to do is you get to know you, or just want to entertain the people, and you are the guest here, so I prepared some sequences for us.
I'm ready. Hit me.
Yeah, Dan was really looking forward to it, and we will start with the hot chair thing. And I somewhere need to get a time, a timer. I will look at my mobile phone for now. And you have 60 seconds to answer all the questions I have written down.
Okay.
I didn't check how long it will take, maybe. So just answer with the first thing that comes to your mind and makes sense somehow.
Okay.
So let me check.
I'm going to 100% commit to this. It's going to be the first thing that comes into my head.
Okay.
So I could get cancelled, but we'll see what happens.
So here are hot chair questions to Dan, streaming in the years. We will start. 3, 2, 1. Dan, Irish coffee or black tea?
Black tea.
Favorite season of the year?
Autumn.
Why German kitchen is better than the English?
What?
Why the German kitchen, the food, is better than the English?
Oh, yes.
You can choose any animal as a pet. Which would it be?
Oh, an upgraded wolf from your map.
That's great. Wine or beer?
Oh, beer.
You're up against Mongolian, Mangadice plus Siege. What do you do?
Make supremacy villagers.
I think called the Chi-Chi would be the thing here, but best thing about London?
Being locked inside your house all the time.
Great. Complete these sentences. My name is Dan and I love to...
Have fun.
People that wear red underwear on Sylvester are...
Serial killers.
Horror movies are boring because... Oh, here with the timer.
The same thing happens every single movie.
Exactly, that was also the answer I had in my mind. Stop it! Oh boy. Thanks. Okay, so there were only 3 questions left. That's actually a pretty good job. There was one question I was really curious about it, how fast you can answer it. Hey Dan, what is 7 times 8?
56.
Oh, that's what? That was like a machine gun. I figured, I thought about the difficult exercise on the small 1x1, you know? And I thought it will be 7 times 8. But that's pretty cool.
I was lucky.
You just guessed.
It's my favorite one.
Oh, I think that's also a thing about a lot of people, that this is the favorite one for some reason. I don't know.
All right, I'm telling you, right? I can't wait to see this game because I can't even imagine how to do this. No idea. Like I don't understand how this is even going to play out. So I can't wait to see it.
Did you ever use cheat codes?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that's all I used when I was back in the day when I played it originally.
Stop it, not for now. I just want to have one timer.
You know, there was one cheat code that I was never aware of. I can't really remember the name of it now, to be honest. But you used to be able to change the birds into like flying
dogs.
laser wolves.
It's woof 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 woof.
Oh yeah, I never knew
Yeah,
that one.
there are a lot of funny cheat codes actually. But for sure, it's only unit cheat codes allowed. You can change the birds to dogs if you want, but uh,
Okay.
it just would be funny. But you're not allowed to go like torpedo and 2 because this will just kill the enemy. So that would be boring,
Oh
right?
yeah, okay.
So yeah, let's head into the second game. That's what I wanted to say here. I will load it up and instantly pause it again.
Okay. All right,
So let's
nice.
see at the chat as well. Was fun. Dan prepared for 7x8. Yeah, I also see that. He looked up my notes or something. Thanks, Dino, to make me discover cheat codes. Cool, Captain Thomas. You are like a player that never used cheat codes. I have used cheat codes a lot in Age of Empires 1. Big Daddy was a thing there. It also was a car that just was a little bit more stronger than Cobra Kai, I would say, in a 1v1. But okay.
Couldn't you get laser guys as well? Like laser
Yeah,
troops.
you can get, how are they called? Phantom Man or something. But
Can't remember what
I
that
don't
was.
know all the cheat codes actually by name. I had added the list, so there were a lot. We can see like 7 or 8 different units. We also can see a shark that is and a cat is on it. It's a Shakatsu or something, or
Okay.
Shakatsu. So let's see what the players have done. There are 5-man. I don't see a 5-man treaty in Capture Age. Is there a 5-man treaty in Age of Empires? I hope they have put a 5-man treaty there.
Let me check. We'll see like a yellow box, won't we, as well?
I mean, they are saying it is. There isn't.
Okay. Yeah, cool. We'll trust them.
Are humans allowed on map 4? That was also a question yesterday in the semifinals. And all maps, all because of the upgrades, you mean? Oh no, it was Burgundians on map 4. I think. All civs are allowed. They seem OP. Yeah, that's why you. That's also before we start. Sorry, Dan. One thing that Captain Thomas mentioned in the stream, he said it's actually not super idiot because you really have to think about strategies and have to think, in a different way about the game. So it's really not that easy sometimes.
No, you have to put so much more thought into these games.
Yeah, because you
Like,
not can play a regular game.
like each of these players has to have Notepad open on the right hand side so they can copy and paste all the cheat codes in.
Yeah, for sure. That's maybe why we only will see Cobra Cars, because this will be way easier than go for like, okay, now I create this cheat code, not this, not this, not this. But
All
okay, I would say we just hop in.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, let's go. We have Captain Thomas in blue again and Kamlum in red, and we have the first Cobra Car out, and we have a Shakatsu. Let's look at the stats of this thing. Shakatsu 33 damage. And Cobra Car only 10, so maybe the Shakatsu is better than a Cobra Car? What would you say? And we have 9 times Shakatsu now. Look at this.
These Cobra cars are running out.
And we have Wars. Oh boy. Oh boy. Both players picking Hans there. That's also a great idea, so you don't have to build houses. And actually that's a mistake made by Carmelium there, because it's not allowed to pick the same Civ twice in the best of 5, but I will not be that strict, okay?
I think since this is a mirror civ, that's kind of just lucky. It's fine.
Yeah.
With the Sharkhead sword though, the Cobra cars seem to have 10 pierce damage, so I'm guessing that the Sharkhead sword is doing 33 pierce damage. So I think red is after getting a big lead here.
What's a Y mean here? Maybe he just was typing a cheat code in and pressed it too soon. What Blue's doing, he's mixing up army. So he's doing 2 different units now. We have the Shakatsu and we have the Cobra Car, the classic. And we don't see flying dogs. So no player was going for, okay, I want to add flying dogs to this game.
I've never seen the Sharkatsu or whatever. I've never seen that unit.
That was, I think that's one of the newest cheat codes. They added it in one event that was in this year. And if you have done all the challenges, you can unlock it or something.
Okay, 2 more minutes. Oh, it start. Oh,
he's going forward right now. Now they're meeting up. They're like a bunch of cool guys and showing off with their cars.
It's actually kind of scary, isn't it? The way they move together. They
Yeah.
move kind of like a lizard or a snake or something.
True. Maybe you can made a script in editors that you can play Snake in Age of Empires with these things. The Shakatsu is just stacking up. There are 35 Shakatsurs in against 12, and they're just standing next to each other. So this unit is great in stacking up. Will we see any other cheat codes here? I don't think so. Just stacking with 2. And fire will begin soon. Do you have a timer?
We've got 20 seconds.
Okay, 20 seconds till the action will begin.
I'm keeping an eye on this ball of Sharkatsaurs.
Yeah.
It's just staying still, looking menacingly.
And here we go. Oh my god. Oh boy.
PC is gone.
Instantly. It looks better for red for now, I would say, but the Shakatsu also doing great work. How many Shakatsus left? Oh, there are no Shakatsus left. There's no Shakatsu left.
Red killed him.
Red with a good bunch of army. And Captain Thomas using the hill. I like it. He's using the hill there. The Shakatsu are not with that much. I think Shakatsu might be. Did they have done something? I didn't see. Oh, here they have laser shots. Okay. The sound is horrible. It's like an 8-bit game.
Again, red though, showing that he's thought about this because he can blue produce anything now?
No, you have no TC. It's over. It's over. He's just looking for the last villagers to kill him, maybe.
He just took that out straight away, and then blue couldn't reinforce.
It was pretty good, yes. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Captain Thomas is just playing hide and seek now. That's okay. I mean, it's on Sakura, and this Cobra cars are pretty fast, so just make another minigame out of it. And here, the players are laughing. Players are laughing a lot in this tournament, that's what I like. As well, and we have the 2-0 for our, underdog here.
Yeah, big underdog.
Talking about Edo again, we have 1490 on Captain Thomas, so close to 1500, and Carmelum was like 1300-ish, something like that. So pretty sick start for the Super Idiot Cup final. I like it. And Captain Thomas, I still have 1 will. Yeah, I mean, you had 1. That's what I mean. Chi is in chat, right. I knew that this game will be the shortest, but it was even shorter than I thought. I think this was the shortest in the tournament. We had one where kings were not allowed to garrison in. That was also a pretty short game.
That was a brilliant game. The Sharkatsaur, I'm just delighted that I saw one of those, but we now realize that Cobra Car stacked will kill Sharkatsaurs.
I mean, the stats are good for Shakatsus, but yeah, there's armor on Cobra Cars.
Yeah. I think the Pierce armor, the Cobra Cars just saved them.
Okay, since
armor of them.
Since this game was that quick, I think we just hop into the third game and do some AoE stuff before we go into the next sequence. Okay, so what will be the next one? It will be a King of the Hill. Okay, this could be longer with turbo mode and game speed set to fast. Did you ever play with fast game speed?
Never.
It's horrible. It's really complete. When you're used to the normal game mode, game speed, then you're just overwhelmed. I played it against Easy Lure. We just made his set for fun because his opponent didn't make it sadly. And yeah, I was constantly housed and the timings doesn't fit and so on.
I'm gonna concentrate on the TCs and just see how fast these villagers are gonna come out.
Yeah. So let's see. Where is it? Okay, here. I loaded up and going for an instant pause again.
Yeah, I'm ready to go when you are.
I want to talk about my hotkeys there because I'm proud of it. But it just comes to my mind now. Every time I press pause here, it's also switching the scene in Streamlabs. It's
Beautiful.
That's efficient. Really efficient. Thanks for the follow, Happy Pop-Tart. Hi there.
Oh, hello, Happy Pop-Tart. How are you?
Do you know him?
I do. I do
Cool,
know him.
cool. The monument in the middle. Okay, it blocks off some gold, but that's okay. And yeah, let's have a look at the civs again. We have Portuguese, and I think Portuguese is a good pick here by Carmelum and by Captain Thomas. And I want to switch Carmelum to red again. Yep. And we have Malay, also water civ, for Carmelum. So Captain Thomas, Portuguese, Carmelum with the Malay. I would favor Portuguese here because I think water will come into action big time on this map.
Yeah, I think as well they're going to save on the gold units or save on their units of gold, if you get what I mean, if I can actually speak English.
I hope you can speak English.
So that might help them out a lot. But since the middle now is a necessity, you know, maybe that won't come in. It won't come in as handy anymore, like because they're going to be forced into the middle. So maybe it will become a ship battle, and if that happens, then I guess Portuguese are going to get stronger ships.
Yeah, stronger ships, and I also think the cheaper ones for sure because of the 20% off. And yeah, do you know how the mechanic is with the monument? Sorry for cutting you off. Okay. Do you know how the mechanic works with the monument?
No, I don't.
Okay. The countdown will start as soon the first player will, you know, get the monument converted to his color. So when you send a scout forward, then this countdown will go down. But I think the last 100 years will switch or will reset every time the color switches. So that's why I think the game might go on for a little longer. But we had a quick game now, and so we are happy to have a longer game.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, Hockey Cheese asking, what are the rules for this one? It is fast speed, burst turbo, and King of the Hill. Thanks, Carmelum, for mentioning it in chat and helping out. Good. So let's go in. 3, 2, 1. Start. But this village is actually... Is it? Yeah, that's game fast speed. Okay. The houses are, for sure, they are built faster, but you also have to think about building a house every time. And the villagers are coming out that fast. Yeah, you might mess up. And we have instant scout fight in the middle going on. Who've taken the first hit there? I think, yeah, blue scout is better. Engage here. And actually, I can't see the time in Capture Age. Can you see the monument time in Capture Age?
I can't see the monument time now. It's like, let me get another screen up, see if I can see it on the actual game. Okay, I can see it on the actual game.
Okay, cool. So maybe you keep us updated there, or I will hop into the actual game as well. Don't know how crucial it will be.
We've got some time. We've got 536 years yet. So.
And now Red is putting a villager over to kill the scout as well. So he wants to get the monument controlled pretty early, but I think it's not that important to get it that early. Now building up houses. We don't have a single player host yet, but we are early in the game, right? What would be your strategy on a King of the Hill setting?
I have no idea, to be quite honest about it. I guess in this situation, since you can't, like if you are Portuguese, or I mean Malay aren't bad either, but if you are Portuguese, maybe you can just control completely with water here. I mean, maybe that is you just get your docks down and just go and try and control the water as much as you can. But I'm just hoping for two things: either battle elephants or karambit warriors from Malay.
Oh, that would be nice to see. Yes. Actually, Carmen was making a good point here, and just make me look like an idiot. It is so important early. Haha, are you kidding? You can ignore gold. You can ignore gold for fast castle. Oh, you get gold when you have monument. Oh, that was nothing I think of. Okay, I see. You will get gold when you have the monument. That makes sense.
This is like a giant trade post.
Yes. So I have to look at the gold. Yeah, he's getting all the resources. Like each second they come in. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Didn't have that in mind.
Red looking to just palisade that out there as well, and then you'd have a villager behind constantly repairing.
Are we synced up? Because this villager's dead for me.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, like, hypothetically, that's what he was going for.
Yeah, it was a good stretch.
And then obviously in Dark Age, then you take all that gold, then you go into Feudal Age, and then you might have to worry about archers, but you probably have a huge advantage at that point.
I think I would just go with my standard water build, going for 2 or 3 docks in Feudal Age. And yeah, try to hold the water. And if I have the water on this map, I think I can hold the monument. So surprised to not see any docks for now.
And you hold the monument with a ship on the left? Or do you have to get right up near it?
So now we have the first dock by Captain Thomas. And I think, yeah, you can hold the monument. And even if you not can hold the monument with ships, you can get rid of all the units inside. So now we have the first player housed. Carmlim is housed badly. Now he's building up, okay. And the later the game goes, the more stressful it will get. So at least that was my experience in the one game I played.
All players, after getting pretty much enough for Castle Age, I mean, it looks like Blue probably will be able to manage it. Just out of the monument, I think.
I just read the chat, so I didn't get everything you said, so you can just do it again if you want.
Just saying that the middle monument has actually got the 2 players enough gold. You know, they'll be using it for other stuff, but it's got them nearly 200 gold apiece. So that little trickle is big.
It's sick. I think it's so sick because it's fast game speed and comes in a little faster than usual. And I also have to mention that Carmelium is just making another funny comment in a chat, saying that I am an idiot. So he's saying about me because I created a stupid tournament. The tournament isn't stupid. Come on, it's just wonderful. And now we have Man-at-Arms fighting. And yeah, Blue just had the masses there. Did he have upgrades? No upgrades for Blue and no upgrades for Red now. I mean, it just hit.
He got up to Feudal Age a little bit before him, but just wasn't able to push in. And then Blue got Man-at-Arms and had the numbers.
And Blue also with the galleys out, the numbers. And maybe this match is the first one that will bring up the eco. Oh boy, the Edo diff here, you know. Because it's maybe one of the more usual.
Yeah, definitely the first games you could. Well, I still not taken away from Red in that first game. I still thought he played really well. But obviously the second game, a little bit of a mess. Gone anyway. But this is the most standard I think we've seen so far.
Hoggy, it's not a stupid tournament, but it's definitely super idiotic, and that's what I was looking for. Exactly that. And to bring in some variety and showing people the way you can play this game. You can also play this game and have fun with it.
You've definitely brought in variety.
Yeah,
100%.
We only had one matchup that was a little, I would say, boring because it was too long, and because I picked the wrong map for the settings. It was only monks and siege allowed, and yeah, in the end we had villages fighting against siege, and it was going on forever, and it ended because the player disconnected. So that was the only game that wasn't that good, but the others were fun.
I think Blue has the water now at this stage. He's got 3 docks up.
Yeah, he's in a really good position.
It's gonna be very hard for Blue to get this middle back.
But if you're not on water and you're that far behind on water, then it might be the best thing to just go into the eco with some scouts or maybe knights if you hit Castle Age soon, and then try to come back on water.
And Melee is speeding up to Castle Age now with their bonus, so they're trying to catch up on Blue.
Yeah, close to it. Can we have an update on the monument time?
Yes, I'll give you an update right now. So monument time is 410 years.
Okay, still like 20 minutes or something, I guess. And we have an elephant, by the way. Oh, elephant marching underneath the TZ.
Saw that stable go down, but I didn't notice the elephant coming out.
Captain Thomas doing a good job of getting instantly the upgrade. That's what you want to do here. And yeah, also Bodkin Arrow will come in soon. Careening also an important upgrade that some players don't get when they play water maps. This is an upgrade you get when you play water maps.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Me playing water maps it's not really a sentence.
I love water maps. I love them.
What does careening do? It gives them more pierce armor?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And I think it makes... Yeah, I mean, it's also for the transport ship, but... I think it also makes him a little bit faster.
Red is moving out the right now. He's getting attacked by a tiger, but
It's a normal
tiger. Thank God.
Maybe some Microsoft employee saw the game earlier and he's thinking about adding strong animals.
I love the wolf thing, man. I really do. I thought that was really, really cool. It would like, it just makes the map a little bit more unsafe.
It makes them the wolves becoming a thing actually, because they're not really a thing. So what are the villagers doing here? Are they just building a new base? Are they going forward with some aggression? Oh, I think they will build docks. Maybe one.
Red is has a nice map here as well. All those goals just very safe from the water as well.
So he will have some gold for a while, but blue is also in the middle, so he will have gold forever. And yeah, red is going forward with these villagers. I still don't know what his plan is here. He don't have enough stone for a castle. He's not in stone.
We do have an elephant coming in here to sort out these man-at-arms.
Yes. The ships are there, and a castle is going up on a monument, so this is crucial. And okay, now we have forward stables for red. And he have good eco. He have like good amount of food. Now he's taking into the first.
I guess
first.
I guess he's going to get really cheap battle elephants out and try and overrun blue.
Yeah, I think that's the only option you have. You have to harm the eco of blue, but the problem is that blue is slowly getting comfortable in the middle and will have gold forever at least, and maybe some fish from the water, so gold and food can be saved. And yeah, then it will be hard to get a foot back in this game. Huggy is mentioning it earlier, sneak stables and dogs. So he had a clue about it.
So that's a worrying castle now for red in the middle, but he is producing elephants and they're already going in attacking the TCs.
And how fast they are, all because of the game speed. Oh boy, he had numbers like instantly. He's getting rid of the CC maybe. Sadly, Malanes don't get a second armor upgrade for their elephants. That is missing here a little bit, and Botkin Arrow for sure is already in for blue because of the ships. But the elephants are doing a great job there, getting this TC down and maybe the second TC as well. So let's see how good this impact for red will be. How helpful.
I think he's gonna need maybe some monks out here as well.
Blue needs some monks.
Yeah, blue needs some monks just for the elephants.
I don't see a monastery yet, but he's up to Imperial Age. And that means his ships will get even more stronger. And yeah, I don't see a way. Oh, red is trying to go for a castle, but ships denied. Castle in the middle will not go.
That was a very aggressive castle.
That's a desperation move a little bit. Okay, he's deleting the castle now, losing 4 wills against the ships. He's trying to get a ship with the villagers. And now, yeah, that castle will also be spotted. I mean, there's a TC right next to it.
Yeah, we've got blue putting down a defensive castle now and going into halbs as well, getting all these infantry upgrades to try and fight these elephants.
Elephant production stopped for now, but look at the resources floating for red.
Red is going for another castle in the middle, and I don't think they've noticed its own center. That's
a GG there. So it's not a forever game. It's an early GG call, and it's fair enough. I would say it would be very hard. One thing I have to criticize is not being criticized, but you have a lot of resources floating there. You could have used them, but there are halves. There's a defense castle, so I think elephants maybe won't do the trick there, and you also won't come into the middle again. So strong play by Captain Thomas, and we have a 2-1 for now.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that game go on a little bit more. Just maybe, especially with the melee bonus going up into the next stage, would have taken probably 2.5 seconds in turbo mode.
Maybe yes.
But I thought he did well going in on blue there, and he had to make blue think, and he got rid of a number of things. But Maybe some trebuchets in there might have. I suppose since he had the water though with the boats, what would you do with them after? I wonder how elephants would get on against those guys.
Yeah, Blue had a water, and the only way winning this thing is somehow getting back on water, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess since he went down to the 3 docks at the start, it was
Yeah.
always going to be incredibly difficult.
But maybe when the Palisade Wars would go down, I mean, okay, now then the castle will just shoot a villager, and it will be gone.
Yeah. Well won by Captain though.
So 2-0 now, and before we hop into the fourth set, that will be fucking Boomer. We are already in the fourth set. That's quick. We are really quick. On Mountain Rage, I will get something to drink.
Go for it.
Then we can do the next sequence, the next little mini game I have prepared here.
I'm looking forward to it.
So just give me 2 minutes to get something to drink, and I will be right back.
No problem. Chat will keep me company.
Wonderful.
Who is in chat actually? Ben Subby's in. Carmillum. Huggy, how's it going, man? How are you getting on? How late did you stay up last night? Yo-Yo Dude is in there as well. Happy Pop Tart. Yeah, I was half 4 you went to bed. I could have stayed watching Bloom's stream for ages yesterday. But yeah, these games are really interesting. I have I have not seen any of these maps before I went into it. Game 1 was really, really interesting. I really like that. Game 4 now that we're going into is going to be the Boomer on Mountain Range. I wonder how people will do this. Will they pick some civ that has a very fast producing unit, or will it just try and boom with villagers? Wonder what point you go off. But in the tournament the All Stars tournament, we picked Mountain Range as game 1, and people said that they would refuse to take part in the tournament if we had the game 1 as Mountain Range. So I can't wait to see how this plays out. But I think we're going to head to Malay. Might be good for Mountain Range because it can stick docks down and fish boom. Oh yeah. I wonder, you could get what would the Persian boys be like? What's the fastest producing unit in? Is it Karambit Warriors or something? They can't pick the Civ again though. Gots. Oh, so if Gots get all their techs, then they can do it. But they have to get up there. How much practice have these guys put in? Karambit counts as half pop. Oh, right, yeah. So it's an advantage normally, but it'd be a disadvantage in this. Malay is not a good pick in Mountain Range. I just wonder, like, do you in this? I look, to be honest, lads, I don't even know what Mountain Range looks like. I'm going to be completely honest, but I know that people really find it a pain in the arse. So it's going to be interesting to see how it is. But I'm just wondering, do you wall up in this and just try and boom your heart out? Or do you try and attack someone and like surprise them? I guess that's the whole game really, isn't it, lads? Isn't that the whole game? You will see. All right. Okay, cool. I was playing some Age of Empires today. I was playing against Garlic Granola Boy, if anyone knows him. We were playing some 1v1s. And it was a travesty.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, we were just discussing what kind of civs and what kind of potential strategies people could pick here. But it's an open book. It's insane the different things you could do. But it's
somebody called humans OP because maybe the double TZ and boom. But I think there are a lot of units.
I think there's, for every advantage, there's going to be some way to exploit it. Like there's a lot of different civs there, and this isn't going to be very meta. So who knows what could happen even if they do pick them.
And also I have to say that for deathmatch on Arena, when players stick to the rules, they don't have hunts left. So when there will be deathmatch, there will definitely be. No, if Covenant wins, not. Okay, I had some German words prepared, and I will say them, pronounce them, and you can like
Okay.
guess what it could be.
All right.
Is
Okay.
it fine to you?
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. I'll give an honest guess as well. I'm not gonna BS. So
Hagichi, I wish I made it to the final just to be able to count on DN. Yeah, it would be a great idea. So that's why the sickest games are in the final, Huggy. So next time, just be a little bit more prepared. Get good. Just kidding. Okay. First word. Warmduscher.
Dusha. Okay, is that some sort of wash?
Yeah.
Um, what is a bomb? Is it an ass wash?
No. A Warmduscher. It means warm, warm, and
Warm.
Duscher is like showering. So
Oh, okay.
that's the. Oh, my mobile phone's making some weird things here. That's the word-to-word translation. So a warm showerer. But it actually means like you're a fool, or somebody that just not getting out of his comfort zone or something like this.
Really? You're a
Yeah.
warm shower.
Yes, you're a warm doucher.
But does that mean because like you're not like, quote unquote like man enough to have a colder shower? Is that where it comes from?
Cold. Oh yeah, maybe, maybe.
Like you take your showers too warm. That's really funny, man.
Oh, by the way, uh, Kidoki, I really forget how it's pronounced again. He said it me tomorrow. It's a friend of mine, and it's the only subscriber, and I'm really proud of him. He was like, "Okay, I'm subscribed to you for now, just because I can." And now he's
Nice.
he's using one of my emotes, and my emotes are absolutely horrible. And now I'm ashamed.
I have to start somewhere, man.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, we'll go for the next word. Um, thanks again, City.
Oh,
Thanks.
bro, I just realized I
Damn,
wasn't
that was
subscribed.
that was wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, now you also can use this wonderful designed GT.
Nice.
Okay, second word. Second word. It's Zechbrelle. Zechbrelle.
That's Brella.
Yeah.
Um,
And I will be honest, I have to Google it what it actually means in German.
is it some sort of a cover?
A cover?
Cover like a protection?
No, 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 no. It is
Um,
a crime actually.
oh, great. um, shoplifting.
Oh, yeah, close to it, close to it. It is like when you're drinking somewhere or eating somewhere and then just leave without
Oh,
paying.
okay, yeah.
That's a
Dine and dash.
Zechbrelle. Dine and dash, it's in English.
Yeah,
Oh,
dine and
dine and
dash.
dash. Ah, okay, I see. Dine and
Yeah.
dash. Okay.
I don't know if we have an equivalent word for that, actually. Don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it's
sure
also
chat
very
can help us out.
special. Zechbrelle. I mean, there's a word in German that's the Zeche, and I think that's the payment, the bill. And it's
Okay.
an old word maybe. So okay, one more. That's also one of these German words that is very long and stick with other words together. But it's not that long. There are longer words, but it's the longest here. It is Verschlimmbesserung.
Can you say it again? Not that this is going to make too much difference, but
Verschlimmbesserung.
okay, and it's the longest word.
Yeah.
Or a long word. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna try and think of a long word. Like refrigerator.
A refrigerator. What's something with
Like
freezing
a
something?
fridge. Yeah, like a fridge. Well,
Oh,
that's just
okay.
a shortened version of it.
Okay. No, it's not a refrigerator. It's something you do. I maybe can
Abseiling.
split it. Yeah. Verschlimm is you make it's something getting worse. Is verschlimmern. And Verschlimmbesserung, it's the opposite of it. And it is like
Improving.
sorry?
Improvisation.
Yeah, it is you want to make something better, but
Okay.
with trying to do it better, you actually make it more worse. So you want to make some spice into your food to make it better, but it's
Okay.
getting more worse, and that's a Verschlimmbesserung.
So what is the do you have an English like translation of that like it's in is that you what you You end up ruining it, but you have the best of intentions.
Yes, exactly like this is.
Okay. Wow.
I don't think that
Alright.
there's an word-to-word translation here. Because
You're
it's
very
also...
good. You're very good for your words. Like just having like a thing for everything, pretty much. For
Thanks, I'm
phrase.
good with not subscribing,
Like
so explaining the things.
like in Ireland, you can describe what we
Describing was
would
the word.
what we would say thing, but we would say thing like thing.
Hmm.
Like we would call it nearly everything thing. Like if you said, "Oh, give me that thing," or "Can I
Oh,
have that thing?" or
that's something my sister's doing all the time. She's like, do you
yeah,
know that thing about that thing and thing? And I was like, what are you
yeah,
talking about?
yeah. But like it's like we can communicate like that over here. Like it doesn't make a difference.
uh,
Um,
Huggy
okay.
cheese, like the Spanish lady with the painting of Jesus. I don't get that, to be honest. But thanks for your comment there, and it maybe makes sense for some other people.
I think that's the caretaker woman who like tried to clean the picture of
Okay,
Jesus.
yeah, now he's describing it. Okay. Then I just wasn't into it. Okay, so now we're going back to Age of Empires, I would say. And we are going into game number 4 called fucking Boomer. Just set it up. It will be on the map Mountain Range. It's an unusual map, so we have to have a look at it first, I would say. Loading up. Here we go. And there are also a lot of burrs. Really a lot of burrs on this map, but you know, they're just a boring standard burrs. Which civ we have? We have Persians and Sicilians, and it's about to boom up. So maybe Persians just to get a faster TC working, right?
Yeah.
But
And then I
why
think
Sicilians?
Sicilians for First Crusade,
Oh,
and
right. Yeah.
so they put down 5 TCs, and then they get like what 35 sergeants popping out. And they get their farm bonuses as well, I guess, to get more food out of them, so they can boom.
Yeah, this is also, yeah, that's a great strategy. And Hagichi is like, oh yeah, there goes my melee fishbone theory. um, I know Hagichi, the map you was talking or thinking about is Mountain Ridge. There's like little rivers on the sides of the mountain, but this is mountain range, so there's actually no water at all. Indians obey Yo-Yo Dude is mentioning because of their cheaper wills. I don't know.
Yeah, it's cheaper fills.
Yeah, but is this OP strat going for cheaper wills, or is there something else I need to mention for Indians? I mean, we don't have Indians here. There was a recent 200 will tourney. Was it? Interesting. So that's another great tournament that brings up some variation. Okay, let's talk about a map. Do you want to wall? I think it's easy to wall up, and maybe you will go for stone walls in Castle Age that you can go up without worrying about attacks. But actually, I'm also worried that the game would just be a normal game, and one player is taking the upper hand, and the other player have to call it GG because he never will get up to 300 pop. That's what I'm a little bit worrying about.
Guess that's all. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you can't really control for that, I guess.
Yeah, and what
I
I
mean,
could have done is just make it a peaceful game. You're not allowed to attack or something.
I like this way that we don't know which way they're going to do it, because obviously if someone, let's say, if they're both pretty equal and they hold out until Imperial Age, and one guy starts turtling up with like fat slob walls, and it can get really interesting for the other person if they're very far behind. So we'll see which way they do it.
Yeah, exactly. So we will go in. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, thanks for the players to stick to your colors. There was a thing in the last semi-final. They switched all the colors all the time, and I was getting pretty confused by it.
So you have all the resources you need, pretty much on your side of the map, don't you? There's nothing in the middle that you really need.
Yeah, there
Other
are
than
just the
relics.
relics and the bursts. So let me just read chat because I think they're discussing. There was but that was no attack one. But then it's not so pretty. It was better that way that peaceful. Ah, okay. So also Carmelum is agreeing on your theory that it's better to have some fight and have the option to kill your opponent.
I think so, because it makes people uneasy and they just have to. You don't know what's going to happen, and adds a nice bit of spice into it. And this is a must-win game as well for Captain Thomas, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to. You have to win it. If not, Carmelum will take it. Will take the first Super Idiot Cup crown. You have to imagine it, sadly. But you will get the prestige, the honor, if you win this game on Mountain Range.
What would a super idiot crown look like? What would it be
I mean,
in
the mascotian is this? That's not the English word, but you know, the spirit animal or something was like an. No, I'm not even. Do you have watched Red Bull Waterloo?
Yeah.
And Neely was dressed up as an.
Oh, a jester.
A jester, yeah, right. And I think
Yeah,
something like a cap like this would it be? I think so.
What? Oh, sorry. I just Huggy put in a great comment there. Just if you don't mind me reading it, it would be a crown of thorns with all the thorns sticking into your head. Kind of like Jesus.
Maybe then I would get in trouble. So that wouldn't be the best idea. Don't know.
What about one of those hats that has like the kind of helicopter propeller thing on the top of it?
They are also wonderful, yeah. That's actually a merch thing of a German rap band.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, pretty standard start for now. Just normal things. Getting in some boars here, Carmelum. And are there 3 boars? No, only 2. Yeah. So I think that's also the map. You see it not very often, or I never saw it before. Before this tournament. But I think you can put this in a ranked game. Map thing. Map draft. I mean, it's pretty usual map.
Gonna be pretty easy for the guys to wall up here. I wonder who's got the better map at the moment. I think that I think Blue's got probably pipped on the better map just with his marginally safer gold that he'll be able to wrap around. All the goals are forward for red.
Yeah, the gold positions on this map are a little different. And you don't have a big gold. Oh, there's a big gold ray on the side. On the side of each player's.
Yeah, I think Blue's in a better position. One of the goals for red actually spawned way down as well.
Yep. I like the Palisade wall of blue with the gate, and it's a gate you will not getting attacked easily because he walled it off with Palisades as well. That's a 1500 elo thing, I would say. I don't see it that often on my elo.
Yeah, I was warned about Palisade gates before in the front of your base that they have lower pierce damage than the Palisade walls.
Yeah,
so if you're going up against an archer civ, they'll sink it.
Exactly. That's why I love to see in the Palisade gate on my opponent's base. I will know exactly. Okay, I will go in there. It's a gate, so I will use it as a gate, more or less. Is he Carmelum kicking up soon? Because he have Loom now? Okay, no, he's producing villages. I'm looking forward what the players will do. I think for Captain Thomas it will be not a plan to stay in Castle Age because you want to make profit from your TC work faster, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is it like it works faster every age?
It goes up like 10, or goes up by 5% or something every age. So, chat will correct me, I know, but 10 feudal and then I think 15 castle and 20 imperial age.
Yeah, I think so as well. Everyone would try losing in the same. What's going on in chat again? Deaths on brain damage.
That's from the Crown of Thorns, I think.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, that's why people would lose in the semifinals then.
So red smashing his villagers onto the mill there as well.
Yeah, there are like 8 villagers on berries now, and he's not.
Yeah. Just popped down the mill.
Franks.
He hasn't pushed here either. But they're not too far away that he could actually just start kind of long distance getting those as well if he needs them.
Both players clicking up with 25. Oh no, 22 against 25. Okay. So Carminum is not going for a fast castle build here. So maybe Carminum try to be a little bit more aggressive player. And he's in with the scout, and he might snipe a villager. Yep,
I
doink.
think that villager's gonna go down.
If Carminum reaches fuel age in time. Yeah, he's just trying to delay the wall, so he don't want this to be walled off. But Carminum is doing, Captain Thomas is doing a great job.
Yeah, Captain Thomas as well is doing a beautiful job of securing that gold and another wood line for himself as well.
Now double layered walls, palisades down there.
Oh yeah. Guess it's just harder for him to go out and defend that. So he's
An
gonna
instant
make sure
stable for Carmelum, but scouts will pop out and only find walls here. Don't think there's a hole somewhere.
Yeah, it's interesting because Red would have seen. Well, he has his scout. I mean, he's been pretty active. Oh no, he hasn't. He hasn't seen any of Blue's base. He's just seen that small wall.
Yeah, true. So we might not know that it's exactly fully what now, but what I like about Sicilians here is the donjon thing. So maybe we can see some donjons, and they could cause some trouble for Blue when he is walled in. Like a donjon on the wood line where the barrack is, so that wood line will be denied.
The thing with Sicilians as well, though, is like when you're fighting them with scouts, and then you've got skirmishers, and they're, or not skirmishers. You've got
My pikes.
It's pikes.
And the bonus damage will not come into that much.
Yeah.
So how many scouts he produced? He only produced 2 scouts, I think, so that's okay. It's not an over-investment then.
Yeah, if he has a look, there's one more scout coming out. But even if, you know, they produce 4, it'll be fine if he goes any further than that. But of course, remember, we're trying to get to 300 pop as well, so it's a completely
maybe he will try to go with all-in scouts.
I mean, if he makes the scouts and just keeps them alive, you know, it's fine. Just put them in the corner somewhere.
I'm talking about pop. Captain Thomas is housed currently, but they are on the same pop. They're both on 30. So Carmen will get in lead there soon. Soon the first villager will come out. Yep, 31 against 30. We have to watch these numbers. So Boomy start for now.
This will be a huge advantage though, going fast castle into, into Castle Age, because immediately he's going to get his Persian town centers down.
I think he will do 2 of them, but he don't have a lot of wood. Going for a 3rd lumber camp now, so maybe he will get some wood in time. But yeah, fast castle into boom. Could be the strategy here for Captain Thomas, and it's not meta for now, but in these settings might be a great strategy.
I mean, I wonder who gets pushed here, you know, because, you know, who's going to be more under pressure? You're going to get, the Sicilians are going to go to a 5 TC boom and potentially get 35 sergeants out, but will the Persians' work rate of their TCs, like, negate that? I have no idea. Like, I mean, I do not know the answers, but...
We will see. So instant 2nd TC, that's what we guessed. Curious if we will see a 3rd one as soon as you have the wood for it. And yeah, what is the Sicilians player doing here? What is Carmelo doing? When he will click up? Okay, in like another minute. And also going for full TCs, right?
He'll probably deliver that food into his TC there now and click up.
But it's also hard to guess how much you're behind or how much pop your opponent have, right? So
yeah.
Would be an interesting strategy to just destroy all the houses constantly. So knights are going for it now. And both players not playing the complete boom game. So there are some military units, that's good.
And we've got red on stone now as well.
And
think
stone
you
walls.
Oh, nice.
So he wants definitely, I think, going for a castle, 5 TCs, and then First Crusade. That will be the
Kind of
strategy.
blaming his own goal there a little bit, but it will keep the knights out.
Hopefully he's walling off on the gold side. Yeah, he's doing it.
It's just got to. I mean, blue can really exploit these goals though if he gets a range unit in, or a castle, or a tower, or anything.
Yeah, no, he's knowing about the gold spots for now, and maybe he will do it. I mean, he has 1500 player. We can expect it from him. And yeah, 3 more TCs instantly for the Sicilian player, so he might boom up here pretty fast. We have 48 pop against 38 now, but in a couple of minutes this might change.
Yeah, surprised not to see blue. I guess just wanting to invest into military a little bit there, but surprised not to see a third TC down yet.
30Z down on the gold in the wood where his double palisade wall is. Would be a good spot for it.
Yeah, he invested a lot into farms, so I guess that's where a lot of his wood went.
Now scouts are checking again, and knights are not coming in, right? Or maybe the knights will come in, and then we have some trouble.
Oh, I think they're going to get in.
I think so.
Villagers are on the wrong side.
Oh, good market, but it is enough
Brilliant
because Captain Thomas not paying attention there. No blame, it's hard to pay attention all the time. But
Excellent.
there was an opportunity to go in.
Good getting that down, but kind of denies himself his gold, and probably delays himself at town center as well.
Still no 30C for blue yet, but now we have the wood. Let's see if he's putting something down. We have monks.
I think we've got some knights going out looking for relics in the middle from red. What's those population numbers looking like now at the moment?
63.
This is a nice TC moving out on the right here. It's going on gold and wood. Idle TC time for red is quite large at the moment though.
Yeah, maybe he don't have the
7 minutes.
food. He don't have the food for 4 TCs running. I think that's the case.
Yeah.
It's not the usual thing he's doing. I mean, how many farms do you need for 4 TCs? Running?
You need 6 per farm.
So 24.
Or 6 per town center, 6 per farm.
And 61 to 72, not 70 poo. And 4 TCs going up. So both players on 4 TCs now, soon.
Yeah, blue's still teching into more cab stuff though. Oh, over on the left, look at these scouts.
All in?
Bloodline's
Oh,
about
yeah.
to come in.
They might get more kills, but yeah, those
2 villager kills though is great. I mean, that investment into those scouts is not too bad now.
I know he's blocking off the TC, but I think that wasn't on purpose. Let's look at scouting again for red at first. So he's knowing about the TC spot down there now. He's not knowing about the other TC spot. Didn't discover that much of the base, but yeah, there's nothing special in it. And what is it for blue? He also don't know that much about the base of red. He might know that he's going for a pretty boomy approach because of the stone walls. So, waiting for Imperial Age and for some siege units coming. I think the late game in this will be pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is going to balance out for them. in terms of villager numbers.
Columns housed again, but they're going some houses down.
Red has got enough enough town center, enough farms to be producing out of these town centers, but he'll probably need a couple of more to put him up to Imperial Age as well.
And a 50C now on the gold.
Oh wow, Blue is so good at placing farms. I really admire his farm placement. Over on the left, look at that, under pressure. Not a gap.
Yeah, my farm placements look horrible when we come into late game. I just place them somewhere. Just look for some idle TCs, idle vills, and say, okay, place it down right there where you are.
Outpost being open up for Blue now in the middle. He actually just lost a villager to a bear.
Oh no, not again. You will have nightmares about it. And how many relics the players collected? Blue is on 1, 2, 3 relics soon. And I think Red didn't have any relics. Nope.
Yeah, so Blue's got one home, but Red is trying to come out now. I thought Red actually would have taken those earlier. He had some knights out patrolling, but just never acted on it.
He also had a monastery earlier up. And now with defense castle. Okay, I like it. More stable, so you might see a lot of knights in this game. And which of these civs get a better knights? Should be Persians, right?
I think Sicilians get better ones, don't they, with their upgrade? They get Hauberk in Imperial Age. I don't know that though for certain, but
I don't know all the upgrades, the special ones, but I thought like Persians would be a knight civ, but no, don't play them too often.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's.
I mean, since the not semi-finals, the quarterfinals was it? In City All Stars, I think Persians are longsword civ.
Oh, what a game!
That was insane. It was really great to watch.
I think that was the round of 16.
Was it round of 16 only already?
Yeah.
Wasn't? Yeah, it was round of 16, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
right,
game
yeah.
3, round of 16.
It was Maggie against combat, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Persian is a war elephant civ. Alright. Maybe
So
we see some war elephants.
Their knights get a good bonus versus archers.
Yeah, that's true. University's going up. And we're at 145 pop against 124, so 20 pop lead for Captain Thomas.
That is so crazy, isn't it, with that Persian boom? Like, because Red really had those TCs down nice and early.
Yeah, I mean, Red have to triple the idle time of, not triple now, but it was triple for a sec there.
Yeah, just didn't have the food to back up the TC production. So, I guess at this stage he has to keep the villager difference within 35. And of course, the other thing as well is he's not just going to make these sergeants. You know, he's going to use them.
Sure, he will push them forward and make maybe a lot of kills. When he goes into the eco and getting all the villages down, he will need the defense upgrades for the sergeants before he goes in. Make them even elite maybe, because there are a lot of TCs and you don't want to lose all the sergeants to TCs.
He has those upgraded as well. They can just knock down castles and everything.
But also when you send the sergeants forward, then you might lose them as well. So it's also 35 or 40 pop that's going down the crane.
See, this is why I think it's great that it's not just a peaceful fight, because there's so many like different things you have to weigh up, and
yeah, and these players are well prepared, so I don't have to worry. I mean, the elo difference was scary, but it doesn't claim that much interaction for now.
Gonna have a big knight battle taking place on the hill though, so Blue might have
15
an
against
advantage.
12 knights, and
Blue is trying to wall off the entire map. Like the entire map, he's trying to wall them.
With stone walls,
complete middle of
actually.
it.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a big investment. And putting some stables down, barracks down behind it. He just spotted the knights, and then he was like, okay, go barracks and helps. And yeah, here it comes, here it comes. First crusade is on the way, right? 13 seconds away. Or was it the wrong upgrade? It was red.
So
It's
I think
it's
he
the
was
other.
getting Hallberg in.
Oh, okay. It's the other one. Missed it up.
No, Sicilians don't get paladins though. You don't pick up cavaliers. Persians go all the way to paladins.
$28 military against 31, but Captain Thomas just passed the 200 pop line. It's only 90 pop away. And look at the queue. Look at the queue. He's going into pikemans. And maybe Blair should get conscription as well to produce them even faster. So let's see. They might create a lot of armies, but the game is over before they can fight.
Blue is making the Maginot line here. He's getting masonry in now as well, so it's going to make it really difficult for red.
I mean, red have to notice it now.
We've got the pop space.
Yeah.
Captain Thomas,
Yes.
240 now to 195. He's on his way. 190 villagers.
But if this cavalry come in, they can raid. But there's not a hole now. No overchop. I think there's not a single hole. On the left side, there's a hole. On the left side.
There's a hole on the left side, yeah.
But blue's in, blue's in. Blue's in with knights. And now the pop might decrease again.
He can't let that. He can't let the knights in on the left though. They're gonna shred.
Oh boy. What a timing from both players. They're in at the same time. And now Cavalier's in. Red is in, blue is in. Let's look at the pop space. 260. Blue stacking at 260 against 198. So pop.
Oh, over on the left-hand side, blue's TC. It's full, and there's so many villagers going down. Looks like red is in a much worse state though in terms of pop.
Pikes are coming out the same speed and villagers dying. So, okay, now he's down to 250. He could hold the 260 a long time, but now he's going down a little bit. Carlin is still close to 200. Why would you not just stick to knights with Sicilians? They resist so much of the help with damage.
Pike should clear up those guys, and they're going into halb now as well.
And Captain Thomas lost 40 pop. Captain Thomas lost 40 pop. And Carlin only, I think, 20 or something.
Look at the wall!
Is it finished?
The wall's only got 2 squares and it's finished.
What is finished? So, players will be separated now. And there are no longer Cavalier in Captain Thomas' space. So maybe the wall will save him. I mean, we still didn't saw First Crusade, right? So Carmelum can get pretty fast, like 35 units?
35, yeah. Maximum 5 TCs, 7 units, I think.
So if you get somehow up to 260 pop and then click First Crusade, it could be pretty close, even when he not got in.
So, I mean, Captain Thomas got 5,000 wood as well. I mean, if he just goes to the market, pops that all into food, and just produces as many halbs as humanly possible.
Yeah, the queues don't look so good for Captain Thomas now. They only have 3 trebuchets and they are taking a while, so not looking good for popping up. For booming up. So both players not producing that much now. Just concentrating on fightings. Trap war will go on a little bit. Captain Thomas was on 260 pop. And now he's down to 200. And Carmenum is still in 190. Cam is mixing now.
We'll see if this blue line can hold.
Conscription is now coming in for red, that's good. Will increase the creation time for units.
Still though, I mean, Carmillum has got the food as well. He can just keep producing villagers even if he doesn't want to use them.
Imagine one player have picked Bohemians, not Bohemians, the other one, Burgundians, and going with Flemish Revolution with 300 wheels in the end or something.
Castle's gonna go down for red, and there's a big push on from blue.
Yeah, Habs going forward.
It's Captain Thomas back. First Crusade's coming in.
Oh, finally.
50 seconds.
He will get rid of all the Habs going forward with First Crusade. But Captain Thomas is to 230 again, and 25 Habs queued. So that's a lot of Habs queued now.
He's still missing a couple of upgrades though for his First Crusade that's going to come in. They'll shred the Habs, but I think...
Oh no, he's calling it! No, no, no! Oh, come on, it was so close!
He is in!
Oh, I would have loved to see it till a player reached 300. Maybe... I think he could have tried the First Crusade. I think you have beaten all the helps there. But
yeah,
then how you pass the wall, right?
Yeah, you can't get past the wall, and I think with 44, 50 military difference, he's producing from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 barracks. I think he's on the back foot in that one. Still though, I mean, he would have popped in 35. Would have popped in 35 units at that stage, but
that eco balance from Captain Thomas, that's actually pretty insane, yeah. Pretty good eco balance there, and also a nice guess by Hakichi with he should go for Commander Run and then just spam expos because then they don't cost gold, only wood.
Great game though. That wall in the middle is insane.
I loved it as well.
I can't believe you got that up as well. Thought the Cavaliers were going to do some serious damage when they got it in the back, but it just lucky. Well, I mean not lucky, but very good that both of those attacks happened at the same time, so it wasn't as damaging.
So we have one single game left, and we have a 2-2 final. So we'll make it till game 5. It will be deathmatch on arena. But before we go there, I have another mini game prepared.
All right.
And I think we are talking now like 2 hours, and it's time to get to know each other a little bit better. So it's called Guess What, and I write it down, some topics, but you can figure something what you want. And I learned that game. I get to know this game from a seminar. I don't know if it's from a work meeting, where you then get to know people. And I think it was pretty funny.
Okay.
So you just have to guess what matches me about a topic.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
And we will do 5 topics. And the best one, so the one that have the most right answers is winning. So that's a little game.
Okay.
So I will start with the first topic, and I will give you 3 options to answer, and you have to pick one.
Okay.
Okay then, guess what? What is my favorite taste of music? Is it A, is it hip-hop, B, reggae, or is it C, rock?
Oh, I was hoping metal or something would come up there.
I see it.
I'm gonna go with hip hop.
Hip hop. Okay. Hip hop is sadly wrong. So it's so like rock. It's rock. Like also alternative rock.
I thought you were trying to throw me at rock because you didn't put down metal or something.
No.
I should have known it with those.
As like a lot of Billy
Europeans.
Talent, Green Day, things like that. Okay, so now you can choose a topic. If I can say your topic, or if you can figure out something for your own, then you can go.
All right. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Hakichi was
Alright.
going with reggae here.
Reggae curveball. All right. Guess what? Who is my dad's favorite artist? Right?
Artist,
And
okay.
my dad is from a tiny village in Ireland.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm bad in art, but okay, let's go.
Well, artist is in musical artist.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that art.
Mm-hmm.
Elton John, Bob Marley, or Celine Dion.
Okay, I will not go with Elton John because maybe the little Irish thing was the trick there. I don't know. So maybe it's just like Bob Marley.
Is your final answer?
It's my final answer.
Bob Marley, you're correct.
Ah,
He's
there.
a
Here we go.
Huge,
I have 1 point
huge
now.
Bob Marley fan.
So that's 1-0 for me now. Okay, let's go next. Guess what? What is one of my hobbies? I am playing handball. Is it the same? You call it handball in England?
Is handball the one where you're hitting it with the palm of your hand, or is that the one where you're in teams?
In teams.
Okay, yeah, fine, yeah.
And throwing to goals the ball.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Um,
Olympic handball.
Ice hockey or soccer?
Handball.
No.
Damn it!
It is soccer. Okay, so you're next.
All right.
Maybe 5 will be a little bit too long, so I can go for 3 each.
Okay, guess what? All right, I drink my coffee black with milk or milk with sugar.
I was going with Irish cream there, but okay. You're like a black coffee drinker.
Final answer?
Yes.
Damn it!
I'm good at this. I stalked you, and I was kidding.
Damn.
Okay, what
Alright.
have I written down here as well? I think that's cool. What kind of job I learned? You know, what is my prophecy? Am I a firefighter? Am I a nursery teacher? Or am I a mechanic? Mechanic.
Has to be mechanic.
Absolutely not. I'm the baddest mechanic on the road.
What?
Yeah.
What are you?
I'm a nursery teacher.
Ah,
Yeah,
I was
a
gonna go
kindergartner.
nursery teacher. I was going to go nursery teacher because of the way that you, one, did all of these games,
True.
and two, explained the German translations.
Yeah, that's actually
Every other time I went for the non-obvious one, so I said I'll go Age of Empires, German mechanic.
No.
Didn't work out.
Okay, so your turn again.
All right, let me think. Okay, guess what? I okay, I got one for you. I am a cat person, a dog person, or a bird person.
Oh, a bird, also interesting. But I think it's cat because of the Discord and there are cats inside, you know? So-
Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot that you could know all that. All right, let me go again. Let me go once more.
Okay.
Okay. I'm looking around the place. Okay, I have an absurd. I bought an absurd amount, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I bought an absurd amount of due to stress during COVID. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Coats, socks, or trainers, sneakers, runners, sport footwear, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, why? Okay, it makes sense to buy a lot of socks because you need them. So I will go with socks, and shoes are expensive, so I will go with socks.
Thank God you're wrong. It's actually for like trainers, sneakers, whatever.
Okay.
But I bought them on offer.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, sometimes you can really get some good offer on shoes.
Yeah, and then I must have bought like 5 pairs for like less than probably €100 in total, and never wore any of them. But that's just
There are a lot of shoe collectors. I don't know if this is the correct word, but also here around my friends, or a dad of a friend of mine is also collecting a bunch of shoes, and yeah, there's some nice in it, but he never wears them.
Yeah, no, this was just a straight up stress manifestation. So this wasn't collection.
Okay.
Anywho's.
I think we have done 3 each.
Okay,
I think I've got 2 right, and did you get 1 right?
just the one. Did I even get one right?
I don't think so. Do you want one more
No.
try?
Okay, one more try. Give me
Okay.
one more.
I like music a lot, and I play an instrument. I'm learning it. Is
Okay.
it a drum kit? Is it a guitar, or is it the piano?
All right, I'm gonna rule out the piano.
Damn
I'm
it!
gonna say
It's again. What you gonna rule out?
gonna rule out the piano.
That means that you picked the piano.
No, rule out is in.
Oh,
I'm not going to.
Okay,
as in, like,
okay.
that's
Then
gone.
I nearly spoiled something, but yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go with. I should go with guitar, but I'm gonna go drums.
Oh dear, you really don't get a point here. I'm learning the guitar.
Fuck's sake! I thought it was a trick.
Drums would be cool, but yeah, I think guitar is it. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So
Alright.
that's it for the games here. I hope you liked them.
I really enjoyed them, man.
And now we have to go and make the final.
Alright, let's
to
do
an
it.
end.
We got our
we
perfect
need to
final.
find
We
out.
got 5 games. We can't ask for any more.
That's wonderful. And now it will come down more or less standard in a deathmatch on Arena. And if Captain Thomas is a deathmatch player, he might have the edge here, but I only know that he is an Empire Wars player. So maybe Carmenum is a deathmatch player. So yeah.
Okay.
Let's hop into it.
Well, I'm having a look at their stats a little bit. Oh, actually, I'm ready to go whenever you want.
I'll just paused again. Did I pause again? I'm actually not pausing. Okay, now I paused it for a second, so you can tell us the stats if you want.
Okay, I'm good to go there. Won't be too much happening in the first couple of minutes, but I'm just having a look to see their last couple of games. They're both quite Arabia players, a little bit of Arena mixed in just by chance. But if we have a look at the number of games they've played on Arena, oh, okay. So just according to this, Carmillum, who doesn't have as many games, I mean, he's about 700 short of Captain Thomas. He's only played 5 Arena games from 1v1 ranked. Right, so I don't know what that will balance out to in his total games across everything. But if we have a look at Captain Thomas. See how many he's played. He's played 117 and he's won 51 of them.
Well, that's great stats here for Captain Thomas then. So
Yeah,
might be the
he's
favorite, and he might make the absolute comeback in his final. Is in a good spot. He was 2-0, now it's 2-2, and both players picking Goths here.
Yeah,
So they
which
might
is
go for
very
an
interesting to
endless
see.
spam. But I like Goths in a deathmatch. They're pretty strong there. Hans weren't available, so maybe Goth's pretty sick. Also Slavs are very strong. Okay, I'm at 4 seconds. And tell me when you're ready and I will do a countdown for the last game of Super Idiot Cup.
Okay, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm at 2 minutes 29, so I'm reversing. I'm
That's
rewinding.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You didn't spoil anything, and I
No,
just
was
will have a
actually-
little déjà vu.
I was captivated by some of the units I just saw. All right, I am good to go in 3, 2, 1.
Start. Perfect. Okay, so Captain Thomas is getting down all the buildings very fast. Look at this. He have a lot of foundations down, and Carmen just have his 2 houses down. That's sick. That's a sick start. How is he doing this? Wow. What?
That is mad.
That is intense. Holy moly.
He laid down 7
Oh, and I think
barracks.
that's a mistake. I don't know.
17
Carmen was
houses.
very well prepared, but do you want to go for a second TC here?
No, I think you want to get as many troops out as possible.
Yeah.
This is a bit of the Cobra Car syndrome. I'd imagine. I'm not a deathmatch player. I've never really played it, so. But I'd imagine you don't want to.
Yeah, you just want to
Let a
flood
military lead happen.
units. I mean, I played a lot of deathmatch earlier when I was young and played against the AI, and I really don't play it like I played it normal, and not like you should play it. I not was plopping down all the military buildings. I was going for eco for some reason, and now the first Huskar is going out. And Carmenum has spotted it, and I might be in trouble now.
He's got 1 barracks up against 3 at the moment, so that is a huge difference.
Captain Thomas here with sick, what is it, micro when you get up buildings fast? I don't know.
Yeah, so macro is when you're getting all your production and eco going, and micro is when you're in like small little battles.
Yeah.
Basically your unit
Some
control.
DM experience coming into play, so we need to kill TCs here. You need to kill TCs, but you also need to have an army. So I'm not sure about a second TC here.
I mean, this is looking pretty rough already for red.
It is. Look at the army numbers: 15 against 12, and
Only
it's a mixed army for blue, so it's not only Huskarls.
Yeah. His champions, Red's champions, will be able to deal with the Huskars, but there are also 42 champions that they'll have to deal with.
Yeah, you have to go for at least 2 units, maybe 3. Do you see if it's again a mirror pick by Captain Thomas here, or was it, you know, wasn't just both picking Goths here?
Oh, you mean as if it was random, is it?
Yeah, was it random that both players picked Goths, or did somebody just pick mirror?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay. Maybe they will mention it in chat, but now we have the first battle, and there are a lot of Huskars going down. But now the blue champions go in, and yeah, they are just outnumbering the red ones, streaming in new units.
The only thing is, though, at least, like, blue will have to build his buildings forward to gain a huge advantage, I guess. As long as red keeps on reinforcing these, they're going to be coming very close from the barracks. So
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point here. But blue already pushing his buildings a little forward. Also castle going up, also siege going up. I think there will be scorpions created. And yeah, red is going in. Blue is in with the first units.
Yeah, 14 barracks versus, 6. Well, I mean 5 and 1 half made.
And what is this whole feeling when you go in the last game of a final, you were 2-0 ahead, and then it's a pressurous game. I mean, there's a lot of pressure right from the start. You're falling behind. Your mind will go crazy. I mean, I played a lot of tournament games, and when you're really into them and you really want to win them, then you get nervous.
Yeah, and you make mistakes, but that's what the game is all about,
Yeah.
That's the way the games go. We've got heavy scarps coming in behind now as well to pressure these red units, but we've got heavy scarps coming out from red as well.
And the walls keep blue out for the moment, but how long? Oh, okay. Now we just open the gate. Fighting underneath the gate. Not sure about that, but the numbers, we have 150 against 33.
That's insane.
If there's one way back, then that they forget to turn off allow cheat codes, and red was making some Cobra Cross here.
Blue doing very well to get through as well and attack those heavy scarps.
Yeah, and blue with 90 in villages against 29, so yeah, red with a big investment in wills. I mean, here we'll have gold, but the gold is not going out for blue anyways.
Yeah, bombard cannons coming in now as well, which will probably start taking out the barracks.
Yeah, and the blue army is just flooding the map.
Oh no, there it is!
There it is! Captain Thomas! He was the favorite, but he was 2-0 behind, so great fight by Carmelum. And
yeah, played brilliantly.
That's the end of Super Idiot Com 1 here, and I really loved the final the most. It was intense, it was sick, there were some absolute idiotic ideas in it, and yeah. Wonderful, wonderful final starting on Mother Nature with cool wolves, very strong wolves and bursts, taking out a lot of villagers from Captain Thomas. Carmen doing well prepared job there with killing all the wolves early. And then we had the unit cheat codes. You saw for the first time the Shakatsu unit. And
never seen them before, ever.
Yeah, also a pretty cool short game that was interesting, that was unique to watch. We had King of the Hill game where Captain Thomas showed off his water skills and just controlling the little lake in the middle and controlling the monument constantly and through the whole game. Then we had a pretty intense boomer game with a wall going down and separates the players and saving Captain Thomas and giving him the second win there. And yeah, he's managing a GG, that was fun, and that's what I wanted to create there. And now we had deathmatch on Arena, and I think, yeah.
That was crazy. But Caroline game one, I mean, he gave us a final by like really obviously training on that map and just kind of obviously paid off the Wolves a little bit to help him out. But he played a fantastic game one, and yeah, it was really good to see it go all the way to the 5 games. But Captain Thomas, I mean, wow, you can see the deathmatch experience just paying off when he lands down what like 7 barracks straight away and 14 houses. And once that got spam started coming out, Red just wasn't in the position to fight it back.
Captain Thomas is overall a great player. Also he have played against Larry Fari in round of 16, and it was Empire Wars, and he won against her as well. And so he made his way in the final. He beat it also Isildur, the other 1450-ish player in the semifinals, and yeah, deserved that crown with the thorns in it we mentioned.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can stick it to your head now.
That's
The set of
excellent.
the final was crazy. Yeah, that's what I wanted to have. I wanted to have the best rules for the final, and I think we have done a great job there. And yeah, Dan,
Yeah.
thanks for casting. It was an honor for me to have you as a co-cast. I couldn't believe it when you
course.
just said yes. Yeah, for sure. I will be happy to do it.
Oh, man, of
It was
course.
crazy.
100% love casting with you. You're a very enthusiastic guy, so it's like really easy to cast this, you know. So
Thank you.
anytime, man.
So that was brilliant. And if you, as I said in the beginning, if you somehow don't know Streaming in the Ears, he's currently casting and hosting and organizing the Streamers Tournament. It will go into the semifinals soon, am I right? Is it the final next
Yeah,
week?
next Saturday we're gonna have live games, 2 semifinals on Saturday, and the finals we played live on Sunday as well.
So
Best of fives.
then you definitely should hop in there. We had some crazy sets in this tournament as well. I casted 2 or 3 of them, and they were all brutal. And we had more sets that are absolutely crazy. Like we called it earlier, Maggie against Combat was sick. Also, Larifari against Tech Chariot was really cool. And yeah, so
Yeah, it's great, man. It's so cool though to see like people like Captain Thomas and Carmillum as well, like just saying, yeah, what's the format? Let's dig into it and just go. Like I think that's brilliant. Like all these tournaments are fantastic, and also to yourself, man, for organizing all this stuff. You should be very proud because it is really really cool to see it happen.
thanks. Okay, so I want to do a raid now because I always forget to raid. So I will look up if somebody's on streaming in a moment, and I will finally do a raid since a long time. I have done it once, but I'm forgetting. Forget it a lot of times. So let's see. I would say we go to Sorrentine because I had some chat with her as well, and
Perfect.
she's pretty kind and handsome, and so we will go over here. And thanks for everybody joining in. Thanks again to you, Dan, for casting, and yeah, till
Okay.
next
Catch you
time.
soon.
So this is working now. I think so.
Yeah, it's working. We'll see it working.
Perfect. Do you want to have some chat now after the stream, or do you need to go
Yeah,
somewhere?
we can. Yeah.
Okay.
Can, yeah.
Perfect. Do we need to click stop stream now? Can I, or will it stop the raid then?
So you need to wait until the raid button comes up and then you click that.
Okay, let's see.
And now you need to end stream on OBS.
And now I need to end the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So bye everybody. Thanks for having me out.